Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I thought I'd just come back. This is part 2 of doing the vintage page with Free as a Bird. So I just thought I'd show you what I ended up finishing off with. This is the actual panel, as I say, made out of just scraps of cardboard and brown bags and things like that, and I've taken a page from an old vintage book and I've just torn around the outside of it. So we are going to sponge that with, let me get the crumb cake, let me make sure that that's the one that I was doing with the crumb cake. Sort of, it'll do. And so we're just going to go round the edges of this to just age it just a little bit. Now I'm not doing this quite sort of lightly, and just, as I say, just rubbing around right on the edge line to just give it a little bit of distress. And make it look a little bit older than it is. This is actually a really old dictionary that, as I was saying, I picked them up from a car boot sale for 50p for 3 books, because they were literally at the bottom of a box. They had no spine, some of the pages were missing, but absolutely perfect for what I'm doing. So you can get little bargains and things, and as I say, I thought that I would have a go at doing a junk journal, because I rather like, I tend to hoard and keep so much stuff that I thought it was about time that I started to use some of the scraps and bits and pieces that I've got and make some junk journals. Okay, so literally you can see we've just sort of aged the outside of it a little bit, and so then this is going to go straight on top like that. Now you could make it a pocket if you wanted to. You could put tape running down one side and the other, but in my little journal it's going to go, I have got an envelope in here, so if I just sort of open it so that I can see where I'm going to put it. And this is just a brown envelope which is going to have the tuck pocket in it, which is there like that. So that's already done. So I do need to just distress this page just a little bit, because this envelope is a little bit brown for me. So let's get the crumb cake out again. I like using crumb cake because it's not too dark. I think sometimes you can do it and you can get it a little bit too dark. Now we don't need to take it all the way round, and again, because it's a junk journal, you don't have to worry about your sponging and to make sure that you've got everything what do you call it, no splodges, no blobs. The idea is that you do get sort of splodges and blobs and things, because that's what gives it that vintage feel. Now I'm just going to run along the spine bit on here like that, so that gives that just the little bit of age that we want. So let's have a look and see if that's going to work now. So we're going to have that in there like that, and then we're going to have that on top. Yes, I think that's going to work perfectly as a piece. So I can now actually start to glue this down, and I can get that page in, so that page is then finished. So just do, I'm not doing it right up to the edge, because I want some of that paper to just sort of stick out a bit, and as I use it, it's going to weather and stick out a little bit more, and that's absolutely fine. you don't want it to be absolutely precise on there. So is that going to catch? No, it's not going to catch. Might a little bit. I might just take that little piece down on there because I don't want it to catch every time I open and close. That would annoy me. So I'm just going to take just a little bit of glue and just tuck that piece down there. Okay, and then we've then got our panel that can go in on top now. I could put it up with dimensionals, but I think that there's enough bulk on this for now. And as I say, I could have made it a tuck spot. But again, because I've got the envelope, which is going to have things inside, I don't really need to do that. So let's just put that down in the center like that. Hold it down for a moment to get that glue to go off. There. And I think that that looks, whoops, that hasn't quite, I have to wait just a minute for it to seal down a bit. But I think that that looks really good because, as I say, that's where the pocket is. And then you've just got that toning in with that quite nicely. So yeah, so I just wanted to come on and, as I say, finish that up for you so you could see it. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.